Welcome to Quick Shots. Quick Shots.
Welcome to Quick Shots, where well, we answer your questions. We get so many of them. Sorry if we repeat them, guys. We just love you guys so much. I know this drops on Friday, and I just want to let you know I'm not working today, cuz. Oh, sorry, you? Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, good one. Rub it in. Rub it in, mate. Hey, because of that, because you do get a couple of days off this week, you can do two questions today. First one comes from Robert, and it's a little bit different to the ones that we have gotten in the past. Robert says, I love my job, I love what we do and the people I work with, except I know I could get a substantially higher salary somewhere else, which is now on my mind. What do? I'm scared to ask for a pay rise.
Ooh, Roberto. That's a good one. It is scary. There's no doubt about it. By the way, I don't think people that are comfortable asking are probably somewhat a little bit scared. This is what I would do, what I think you should do, Robert. I think number one is ask for like a general review of your performance with your boss. You know, make it a sort of like a, hey, I want to make sure you guys are happy with me. Is everything going to plan? You know, what are the plans for the company in the next 3 to 6 months? You know, like what's going on a corporate level? Hopefully you haven't done one of these reviews, you know, in more recent times. Hopefully it's been 6 or 12 months so that it's not random you just bringing one up straight away. And then I think in that meeting that's hopefully like relatively chill and conversational, if you will, ask firstly if there's any extra jobs or any overtime in some capacity that you can perhaps do to earn a little bit more money. So I think you're edging a little bit to look at, or maybe start with like, you know, I'm interested in earning a bit more money. You know, is there anything that I can do or any particular KPIs that you want me to hit so that we can have this discussion, blah, blah, blah. Make sure before you go into this meeting, you've got your numbers. You know your numbers. You know what you're delivering. You know what you have delivered. Otherwise, you could be in a little bit of a hairy situation. And I think from there, Robert, you've got to be able to segue into, listen, I've had a look online. I've had a look on Seek, which is very accessible, and this is what I can get paid going somewhere else. So if you tell me the KPIs that I have to meet for you, by the way, you said 5 minutes ago you're really happy with me and nothing I had to change. Then I think from there it's a perfect segue to say, if I do this in the next 30 to 60 days, you know, can I be paid accordingly and come with all of your data? So,
Jeez,
you know, what
clearly had a
those jobs
lot of practice, Alex.
Probably like not as much as I would have liked.
What do you got? That is a very, very, very good answer, by the way. Very, very good answer. There you go, Robert. Very helpful, I would have thought.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that.
What do you got for me next?
A very long answer, which
it was long but helpful.
All right, a chocolate wheel. This one's from Zach.
Okay.
Do you have to be a high income earner to invest in property? Is what Zach has asked.
Ooh, I like that one. Look, I think there's no getting away from the fact that the higher your income, the easier it is. But having said that, I've seen any income invest. I could give you countless examples of people that earn, $60,000, $70,000 that have got multiple investment properties, just to throw a number out there. So, I think certainly it's important to try and, grow your income over time. I think that'll make it easier to build the property portfolio. You don't have to be a high income earner though, but what I would say, and curious on your perspective on this, Alex, I think it's more important that you get the first couple of properties with good cash flow if you don't have a high income, because where it can become challenging down the track is your serviceability with the bank on a lower income. If you have, highly negatively geared properties on the first one or two, often you will get stuck. So you just got to sort of plan around it. Even if you do have that lower income, but certainly, you don't have to be a higher income earner to invest in property. That is for certain.
Agree with all the above.
Okay, good input.
Where are you going to go? Where's the chocolate wheel going?
Yeah, I didn't mind this one from Tamara. Do you think Brisbane is a good place to invest today? And if so, what suburbs?
I'm the Melburnian and you're throwing me the second question. Okay. So, yes, absolutely, Brisbane is a great place to invest. You guys have got the Olympics in 2032 amongst a pretty big housing shortage. That's that's kind of all through the southeast Queensland corridor. So I can't help, cousin, and maybe rightfully or wrongfully bundle the Gold Coast into that as well. So yes, it is absolutely a good place to invest. It kind of plugs into what you just said before though, cuz make sure that you're going into an area that is, you're going to get a property that's at least cash flow neutral, maybe a little bit positive, especially if you're on that lower income.
I think too, we love suburbs that allow you to improve the density over time. So I don't know if our suburbs might be as familiar because they're probably not your sort of your sexy suburbs. But we sort of more look at councils, don't we?
That's right. And when people ask us what suburbs, like it's not about the suburb as much as it is about the number and the local government area, the municipality. Because when we're talking about a time in our market and with our population growth that we've got a critical undersupply of stock, you kind of just got to go where you can within that council. Because if I tell you a suburb, there might be nothing to go there. So the suburbs that you should go to are the ones that have 4-5% plus population growth and have like amazing infrastructure that is either in the pipeline pending or being built right now. And I really say, go for the land component. I'm not necessarily saying Brisbane and just get yourself a little one better in I don't know, the CBD. Maybe it will do quite well because of the Olympics, but land will statistically and historically significantly outperform.
Oh, wow, what an effort today. That's 3 votes for you, Alex, and such a good effort. Take a couple of days off, treat yourself to a little schnitty sanger, and we'll see you next week. Will we see you next week? I guess we will. It'll be my last one before I head over on my my little escape to Europe.
Holy potatoes. Oh, I can't believe it. That's fine.
Holy
yes,
potatoes.
I'll absolutely be here next week with you, Cuzzy, and of course I want to see you out. But just a little note, what am I doing right now? It's Friday. I'm not working. Thanks for listening to another episode of The Double Shot with your favourite cousins, Alex and James Fitzgerald. If you've got a burning question or something we absolutely need to talk about on the pod, please write to us. Both of our emails are in the show notes. For little real estate tidbits and a little bit of banter, okay, a lot of banter, you can follow us on the gram. Our handle is thedoubleshot.podcast. That, my friends, is thedoubleshot.podcast. Until next time, think of us when you sit back and sip your next double shot.